the big picture for the scheduling process. Now, just recently, the window closed up for our teachers to make class recommendations for you. So they have already put in their recommended classes where you're required to take a course. Say your math class, for example. You have to take a math class each year. So your math teachers have already put in there their recommendation for what that class should be based on you and your individual situation. Now the window is open today, students, for you to get into Infinite Campus on the student portal to choose your elective classes, all the other classes that you want to take to fill up your schedule. And then shortly after that window, students, is going to close for you at the end of this week. So actually it'll be this weekend. You'll have Saturday and Sunday to put your information in there into Infinite Campus, but I wouldn't wait that long unless you have to. And then we'll be giving you a hard copy of what your teachers have recommended and also what you have requested. And then we'll take that information, give it back to you in a hard copy, and get you to get a signature to, if necessary, from teachers for certain classes, certain honors classes or AP classes. We'll need a signature from one of your teachers. You'll turn that back into your RAP teacher at the end of the following week. And then what we'll do is get all that information together and give it to your RAP teacher or your advisor. Typically it'll be your RAP teacher. And then we'll have a meeting very briefly on February the 15th to sit down and finalize everything. Let's make sure that we have everything in order, everything in place for your schedule for next year. This is one of the most crucial, most important parts of your high school career, is planning and thinking about your future. So let's talk about that just a little bit more. Regardless whether you're a freshman right now, sophomore, or junior, obviously if you're a junior, you're going to be thinking about one more year of high school, but you need to be thinking very hard, very clearly about what's going to come on, what's going to happen after high school. Same thing for our sophomores. Be thinking not just about planning for next year, but planning for your senior year, the year after that, and then college or career, whatever that's going to be afterwards. Freshmen, be planning 3 years out. So build that 4-year map of your entire high school career, and then just be sure to adjust that. So you did that last year, putting together a 4-year map. Go back to that map and look at it. Make adjustments if need be. You don't have to have everything all figured out with what you want to be when you grow up. In fact, many adults don't know what they want to be when they grow up. But you need to put a pathway together, a plan together, so that you can start moving and making decisions based on that. The alternative is simply just kind of going blind and just shooting from the hip as you're doing your scheduling process. And you don't want to do that because you don't have room to make mistakes in your scheduling process. There's many, many seniors out there. If you talk to them right now, they'll be telling you, if I had the chance and I could go back a couple of years now and do something different to get another class in that I'd like to take, here's what I would do. So freshmen, sophomores, juniors, be thinking carefully. Ask your parents for advice, ask your teachers for advice, talk to your friends, talk to other people that you know that have information about what's going to be best for you, and map that out and make good decisions on your part. Your goal, students, should overall to be either college ready and or career ready. So we have specific measures there. You see posters in your classrooms, in your teachers' rooms. There's posters in the hallway. What does it mean to be college ready? What does it mean to be career ready? Your aim should be to be both of those things, but obviously not everyone's going to be able to attain that. We'd like to help everyone do that. It's going to be a challenge at times. So say, for example, you know you're going to be going to college. You want to go off and study something else to be prepared for your career after that. You need to aim to meet those college readiness benchmarks so you can be prepared. You don't have to take remedial classes. You can get into colleges that you're interested in. So see what that is and work towards that goal. If you understand that you just want to go into the workforce after high school, you need to be choosing a career pathway. You need to be thinking about what sequence of classes can I take to get a career certification or an industry certification, to be ready to enter the workforce with some tools in your tool belt, so to speak, and be ready for what career you want to go into. Say, for example, this right here. Say you want to go into the food industry of some sort. You may not know what you want to be, but you can go into our culinary pathway in our Family Consumer Science program, and you can take a sequence of 4 classes if you want. And you want to take a 3rd-year class or a 4th-year class to be deemed career ready, and then also try to pass a career industry certification. In culinary, it's a ServSafe program where you'll take actual tests and be certified in that area in culinary science. And then you can take that off to your career if you're going to be opening, say, a catering business. That certification will be part of what you have to do anyway. You could already have that in place if that's what you're wanting to do, and get that here at Ryle High School. Or if you're going to college, you can go down that pathway as well. Many, many restaurants will take employees to work there, and if you have that certification in place, many of those restaurants, those food service companies, they will up your salary if you already have that certification in place. So there's lots of good things you can put together for your future. If you just think very carefully, ask some hard questions of yourself, ask some hard questions of everyone around you about what do you want to do, what's going to be best for you. So look for that 3rd or 4th year class in a career pathway. Those are all on the school website there. They're also in the back of the course description booklet that's on the website as well. Let's talk about your class choices again here also. The number one factor, or the number one indicator of your success after high school, after college, is the rigor level of your classes. It is not your GPA. It is not your ACT score. Those things are important, and they may get you a scholarship or they may get you into certain schools, so don't get me wrong. However, the best indicator of your success, statistically speaking, and this is coming from the ACT Corporation, from the SAT and the College Board that does advanced placement in the ACT, coming from the U.S. Department of Education, the number one indicator of your success later in life is the rigor level of your classes. So choose wisely. Challenge yourself. If you don't push yourself, you will have to pay the price later on. If you just take the easy road and then you choose to go off to college later, it's going to be much more difficult. You want to work hard to be prepared here. That work ethic means so much and can help you so much in your future, whether it's going to be college or whether it's going to be career. So think wisely about pushing yourself and what challenging classes you should take. We obviously don't want you to take so many difficult classes that your schedule is just crushing to you and you don't have time to complete everything. But you do want to challenge yourself and push yourself. We as humans, we're far more capable of things than we realize. Sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit. So you can push yourself a little bit beyond what you think you can. But choose wisely again. We don't want you to overburden yourself with such a difficult schedule that you can't function. So just choose wisely there as well. One other big indicator of your success also after high school is your involvement in school activities. Whether it's band, whether it's sport, whether it's speech and debate, whatever the activity may be involved in something. You will have a much richer experience here at school. You'll be learning lots of life lessons, lots of important skills that sometimes you may not learn in the classroom. Sacrifice for the good of the group, the value of hard work, and so forth, the value of collaboration and teamwork. So be sure you're involved in school activities as well. And then finally here for your scheduling process, the biggest piece is choices. Because what we do is we want all of your class requests. We put all of them together and we just start determining how many classes of, say, English 4 do we need, how many Algebra 1 classes do we need. And we build our master schedule around your needs, us knowing what you have for your graduation requirements, classes you have to have, then also what are your requests, what are you wanting to do, and we try to give that to you. So there's lots of options there, lots of choices. So be sure you choose very, very wisely. But the difficulty when there's lots of choices, there's lots of choices. You have to choose, you have to decide, you have to figure out what you want to do. So think very carefully on those things, and then commit to those. Because very simply, here's some wise words always to remember. You can do anything. You can do anything you want. You can make your way to that goal. However, you cannot do everything. So you have to make some choices. You have to make some decisions. You have to narrow some things down. You can't do a little bit of everything and be good at it all. You have to choose some things that you want to get into. So that's where we are now with the scheduling process. So we're going to take some time this morning to talk about, revisit what are our graduation requirements, what are some big things to think about. We're going to hand out some information in just a little bit. Teachers, please don't hand out things just yet. We'll go through those so you understand the forms, the process of what we're going to do here. And please, students, remember, everything on the scheduling process is on our school website. You can go visit that for an electronic copy of all the forms, the course description booklets, the career pathways, all of those things are on the school website, along with some other information, just informative things to help you make some decisions as you're moving forward. So please refer back to the school website. Okay, I think that's all I have for you right now. So we are going to be showing you a very short little video here on graduation requirements and some other important things to consider. And then Mrs. Schaefer from our counselor's office will be back here and talk a little bit more in depth on some of the specifics on the scheduling process and what you need to be doing today and later this week. So that's all I have for you. Remember, make it a great day or not, that choice is always yours. Thank you.
For interruption.